Hey, mining family. Welcome to the mine. I'm Nemesis.
And I'm Relican.
And of course, I'm not your babysitter. Do your own research, but let's dig in. So you want to mine crypto? Episode 3. ASIC miners. They can only do one algorithm. They use a lot less power than a traditional computer. They have a less initial investment than putting into an initial computer. They have a faster processing power because they are made to do just one job. That is it. They are not versatile. The more versatile you make something, the slower it's going to be on the network. ASIC miners have a tendency to increase the network difficulty, and this is due to the fact that you can buy a lot more of them and put a lot of them onto the network very quickly. A lot of GPU miners do not like the pure ASIC miners. They don't like how they just destroy ASIC. The ASICs just destroy the networks basically by just increasing the hash rates. They do come from China, which that means that they have a tariff on there, which means that they are a little more expensive just through taxes on them, unfortunately. They may become an expensive doorstop if every one of the companies stop using that algorithm. So in the long run, is this worth the risk?
Here's a couple of places that sell ASIC miners. Bitmain being the main place you get them from, directly from the factory. But here's a bunch of other places that also we know sell them. If you know of any other places that aren't on this list, let us know in the comments below.
Most certainly. We're about a place of just sharing knowledge. If you find something that we don't know, share it with us. Otherwise, we'll share whatever we got with you guys. Bitmain's miners are also called Antminer. You can access them at this website. They only accept orders directly from their website. So do not fall for phishing scams that may lead you to a site that's off of their website. Their site also allows you to connect to Antpool, which is their mining pool directly. You'll find miners listed underneath their algorithms and all that good stuff. Their website has a lot of good information. A lot of it we just didn't have enough room to be able to put it here.
The typical Antminer looks like this. Payments are only accepted in US dollar wire transfers, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash,
B-Trash.
And you only have 30 minutes to complete your transaction before you have to repay.
And me, myself, every time that I've purchased one of these through Bitmain, I've used that Litecoin, that Chuck coin. Very good. It goes through the fastest, has the lowest transaction fee. This I do like. Purchasing on Bitmain, your transactions may take a while, depending on the network and the time of day that you're using. Your transaction fees may vary, which depends on which network you're deciding to put your money through. So you may want to determine which one has the lowest cost. Now for me, from what I've found, Litecoin was the lowest transaction fees was pretty quick, so I like that. Don't forget to order a power supply. These do not natively come with a power supply. And like I was saying before, the duty taxes are not included in there. Right before you receive your Antminer, you'll get a little notification from whichever courier that you decide to use that there's a little tax that needs to be paid for before you can pick up your device. And then when they tell you what the price is, you're going to scoop your jaw off the ground at $342 on top of whatever it is. Now, this was what it was on the E3s. The prices do vary depending on which Antminer or which ASICs you're getting from China, because it's right around 27-28% tax on it. So with that being said, be careful of which one you choose.
Coins on ASIC algorithms. Following slides are not complete lists. Profitability and ability to mine certain coins is an ever-changing process. There are a few sites that have profitability calculators that may be helpful. We strongly suggest using antivirus and malware protection as we've run across some other sites. We do not guarantee these sites are safe to visit, but we know they are at the time we made this list.
So stay frosty out there, guys, of course. Then you got some of the algorithms. This one would be SHA-256. This is where, you know, Bitcoin, the king of them all, resides. Then you have a few other ones that are on here. There are probably a bunch more that we're missing, which I'm not really worried about it. There are just so many coins out there. It is impossible to just stay on top of all of them. But we marked down a few of them just so that you had an idea what you were looking at. But just be careful. You might come across some unobtainium. You'll have to yell out,
Uno! And you're down to 1. Here's some on the script algorithm. We have our Litecoin, Aircoin, or a coin. There's a lot of them out there. Some Einsteinium.
can't forget the Doge, man. It's all
Oh my
about
gosh.
the Doge.
It's all about the Doge.
All about the Doge, guys.
And you even got some memes with Neon Coin.
Then you got the X11 algorithm, where you got Dash on there, which is a good privacy coin. And then you got Cannabis coin. Smoke weed every day.
Over here we have kryptonite, which includes Electronium, Bitcoin, Carbo, and Monero Original before they hard fork.
Yep. Because we live in a hard forking society now. Then you got the ETH hash. This is where you got your Ethereum Classic, Metaverse, and a few others. There are probably a bunch more on here. I mean, Ethereum, there's a lot of stuff that was made on the Ethereum network. This list would probably be a mile long with over 1,000 coins on it. You wouldn't even be able to see the background on this. There'd be so many coins. Would I mine any of them? I'd have to research it and see if it actually had a potential use case in it, but that's how a miner thinks. You gotta think if it's gonna be use case, or you're gonna be mining one of those pump and
Dumb. Here we have Equihash, Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Private,
oh god, Bitcoin private.
Zcash, Komodo, Zencash, a plethora of others.
Unfortunately, none of these, which you're gonna want to put any GPU on there at all, which would be a normal computer. You can't mine this anymore.
Hey bro, remember when we were mining Bitcoin Private?
Oh yeah, I remember. You remember?
I remember.
I remember.
I remember.
Yeah, that was back in the day, before the ASICs got on there. Not like this, guys. And of course, this is where I'm actually going to show you guys my E3 Antminer. So this would be the power supply for it. Again, like I was saying, from Bitmain. They do not come with these. These are the connectors for it. They're a bunch of 6 pins. You can hook up 2 of these to one Antminer, but you cannot hook up 2 Antminers to one of these. They're not rated for it. And they do not, because they're made in China, they know that a lot of different areas, some people are using 220 power, some people are using 110. So they made that power supply to be able to handle both. Unfortunately, they do not come with one of these.
They do not come with any kind of power cable, so you will have to get your own depending on your use case.
Yep. Now, I do run everything on 220, but for the purposes of this, I'm going to run this on 110, which is just fine. But here is my E3 Antminer. As you can see, it's nice and big. Got some good weight to it. It's like probably about, at least good 10 pounds, at least. Over here, we got our hashing boards up on top. We got 3 different hashing boards. Then we got our controller up here. which it's got one little power pin that it needs here. The hashing boards all need 2 power pins in each one.
And we have our Ethernet right here.
And then it's got 2 big, gigantic fans that when they first turn on, sounds like an industrial vacuum cleaner going off.
Hey bro, that blows.
Oh yeah. And here, I'm just gonna show how to actually hook up one of these into my Antminer. So, you wanna... Now, you don't just jam these things in there. Be gentle with it. They do go in there with a little bit of a click. And there's no particular way that to really hook them up on there. Yeah, that's...
Yeah. And there we go.
Alright, and so that's pretty much how these things hook up all together. Now, I'm going to actually turn this bad boy on for a moment. This way you guys all have an idea on how absolutely loud this is. And it takes a second.
The sec to world.
Yep, it's just booting everything up. It's going, hey, we got power. Stuff's happening. And then out of nowhere,
It'll start
kicking up in the high fan mode whenever it feels like it. Oh, of course, it's not going to because it's got no Ethernet cable to it, I bet. Let me fix that.
one moment.
I don't even have anything to be able to do it.
Oh no.
So, it looks like... Oh, there we go. It just took a second. So this is as loud as it gets. And it'll do this every time you lose power. So, I mean...
What?
Yeah, right? What? So, like I was saying, that noise right there is enough to make you not have any girlfriends. Or a wife that'll be very happy with you. I don't mind my E3 Antminers. I'll probably still order a few more. Do I plan to be exclusive with the E3 Antminers? No. Am I going to be exclusive with Bitmain? No. I do plan on some diversification of my Antmining. So with that being said, what kind of an Antminer would you guys choose? Drop a comment in down below. And while you're down there,
hit like, subscribe, and maybe even the bell notification.
And of course, we'll see you guys on the next one.